Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about how Ultimate Team is slowly killing off Career Mode. If you've been playing Career Mode for any sort of time, this probably won't come as too much of a shock. Over the past decade, we've been bombarded with, Ultimate Team packs just for playing Career Mode. It's been the first thing you see on any menu, and there's been less and less features added every year to Career Mode. Even in the past, they've released totally broken features, like the Dynamic Potential, which occasionally didn't even work in FIFA 19, just because they don't care about Career Mode. Ultimate Team, of course, makes a huge amount of money that Career Mode never can, unless they add microtransactions into Career Mode, which again is something that absolutely should not happen. I really think that Career Mode could be the best mode. People pay a lot of money for something like Football Manager, and even if half the features of that was in FIFA, I think they would have a really good game. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to sort of ramble on about why I think Career Mode is a lot better than Ultimate Team, why I think it's more fun, and if you have never played Career Mode, why you should give it a go. So every year, everyone pays £50 for FIFA. You go and you might watch the previews on Twitch or, at E3, you'll see all these new features, new legends being added to the game. None of this even slightly impacts Career Mode. The most we'll get is maybe a transfer system animation, like when they have a meeting in a restaurant. You might get a little bit of better scouting name pool for your Youth Academy players, but you're never going to get anything like the features that an Ultimate Team player will get for that £50. So really, we're getting a much worse game for the £50. But the thing is, this doesn't actually seem the case when you buy the game. Most of us have stopped playing FIFA around, April, May, June time. We've had 3 months where we've not really thought of the game. So then when we come back in September, October, November, we've got all these features that we forgot about. It makes the game seem a lot better than it actually is, and it only takes 1 or 2 months before you get into the life cycle where you realise all the broken features, you realise the new features don't work if there are any, and then you just get bored of the game again, and the cycle continues every single year. We're paying £50 for a game that is basically the same every single year. I'm not gonna lie, I do play Ultimate Team, however I haven't really done it since around the start of January time, and it is a very fun and very addictive game mode. The problem is how it's taking over the entirety of FIFA just because of the microtransactions. In a way, Career Mode's lucky it hasn't ended up like Pro Clubs, where there's not been an update since about 2014 and everything is like exactly the same as it was back then. That's almost a decade without any updates for that mode, and to be honest, Career Mode has improved since then. However, one thing I think every single Career Mode player can say is that their saves aren't lasting as long as they used to. In the past, I would regularly do 5-10 seasons on Career Mode. This is like FIFA 2008 time. It was the fun and addictive mode. It was the one where you'd want to spend all your time just to make your team better and better, like you currently do with Ultimate Team. You could upgrade your stadium, like you can now do in Ultimate Team. You could buy random nobodies, and they'd be good enough to compete, like you can on Ultimate Team. You could go for all superstars, like you can on Ultimate Team. The only problem was, there was no way for EA to monetize this, and that's why Ultimate Team was born. Seriously, look back and see how long your saves used to be in the past. I guarantee, if you can even manage to do 2 or 3 seasons on a FIFA 21 save, then you're probably way above average for how long a save can last. Most people will probably play, I'd say, 5-10 games, get bored of the mode, go back to Ultimate Team. There's this dread that you get when you're playing Career Mode. You're thinking, I could be playing this in Ultimate Team and be actually progressing my team on there, but instead I'm wasting my time playing Career Mode. And that's exactly what EA wants from Career Mode players. They want people to be funneled into Ultimate Team, just because they get more and more money. There really does need to be a either competitor or a massive revamp with Career Mode for it to stay actually relevant with the game. I'm not just saying this because, I like Career Mode and I do also like Ultimate Team. I just wish the same effort could be put on both modes of the game, because Ultimate Team does actually improve a lot every single year. If Career Mode did the same, then you would actually have a fun game where you could play over and over and over, trying challenges, trying out new teams, new leagues, new players. Every league in the game pretty much has the same exact rules, in which is just finish as high up as you can, that's the only challenge. There's none of these rules that I've mentioned in my videos. For example, like the MLS doesn't have salary caps. There's no squad registration limits for the Premiership and the Championship. So half the challenge is gone just because EA doesn't want to spend the time individually changing these every single season for every single league. I'm going to have to redo quite a lot of those videos just because things have changed. You know, in the Premier League, you've now got 5 subs. Do you think that's going to get added to FIFA? I doubt it. Instead, they'll just face scan some 16-year-old Arsenal or Manchester United player, say that that's an improvement because now your youth players look like the actual players, which, you know, that's nice to have, but, you know, they could add something better, like a better youth academy where you have different age groups. You could have facilities like on Football Manager where you have to increase the capacity of your stadium as you progress up the leagues just so you can get more and more revenue. That's another thing. The revenue just comes out of nowhere. It makes no sense. There's just so many of these little things that if this game mode earned even a third of the amount of money as Ultimate Team would have been put in the game about 3 or 4 years ago, you know. There's been some pretty big bugs in the game. Like there was one year where Manchester United just bought striker after striker, and some other team, I can't remember who it was, just bought left back after left back, and you'd end up with like Zlatan, Kane, Aguero, Lewandowski all at Manchester United for 2 slots. You know, that was never patched for the entire game. So then if you played in the Premier League, you just have Manchester United with all these talented players on the bench not playing, and every other team in the league being super weak up front. It just made the Premier League boring for the entire year. Little things like this, if they were just patched, even if it was a month later, would have made the entire game cycle much better. And that's not to mention the biggest reason that I don't play Ultimate Team anymore is how emotional it manipulates you into being. I'm not the sort of person that throws a controller around or gets angry when I lose, but when I lose in career mode, I just accept it, I move on. When I lose in Ultimate Team, there's always some reason for it in my head. Either it's the servers were laggy, the opponent was a cheater, or, you know, using overpowered players that I couldn't afford. There was always a reason in my head that I was thinking, that's the reason I lost, it's not because of me, and that's exactly what Ultimate Team's designed to do. They want you to want to go out and spend real money on real players from the packs, so that you can then always beat your opponent. But that will never happen, because as soon as you have that god team, all of a sudden you'll be playing against these really bad 79 rated, you know, like Sissoko, and he'll destroy your hullet. Everything about Ultimate Team is designed to keep you on edge. You have to keep playing every week just to keep up with the meta. If you want, for example, Future Stars cards, that was about when I stopped playing. If you want those, you have to then spend 2 or 3 hours a night grinding objectives to get the free ones, or you have to pay a load of money to try and pack one, or you have to play Weekend League, which is pretty unhealthy, playing 30 games in 2 days. The game is just designed to keep you on it, to keep you spending money and stop you from playing these other game modes, because you'll feel like you're missing out on Ultimate Team by playing career mode, and that shouldn't be happening. The lack of content, the lack of accuracy, the lack of realism in career mode just makes you feel like you're missing out and not having these special cards that everyone else is talking about. If you go on Twitter and you follow any sort of FIFA personalities, the chances are they're going to be bragging about how they've packed this new amazing shiny card that you need. They'll be talking about how good it is, how fun it is to play with, how it's so much better than these other cards that you can actually afford. This isn't the case on career mode. Anyone can buy anyone. If you want to play with Mbappe, just either, you know, start as Real Madrid, buy him, start as PSG, just have him. You can develop your own from the youth academy, all for free, and you'll actually have more fun doing it because you won't have to have the grind. I know the grind is one of the most fun things about Ultimate Team, but is it actually fun? Personally, I don't think it is. I know a lot of people do say that, but I think the grind is pretty boring. That's all that EA has reduced career mode down to, an endless grind of matches against a pretty poor AI, with no game designed end goal for you to achieve. This is why I do these challenges and stuff on my channel, just to try and help people enjoy career mode a little bit more, these guides on my channel. So if you want to see more like them, feel free to subscribe. Not shilling myself out too hard, but EA, hopefully this year you actually put some effort into career mode. It does look like PES is going to be focusing pretty heavily on Master League this year rather than their version of Ultimate Team, which isn't that great, not gonna lie. So if Master League is actually really good on the new PES, you know, I might have to start uploading videos of that as well as FIFA, maybe on a different channel so I don't spam you with stuff you're not interested in. but I just want to play the best career mode games that I can. That's why in my free time I play Football Manager now. I don't even play that much FIFA outside of my videos. It's really sad what EA's done to the career mode, and honestly I don't think they have that many years left to save it. If it's not saved in the next 5 years, pretty much everyone who's playing FIFA will have grown up on Ultimate Team, and I think they'll probably just chuck the whole mode out of the window. There's no reason for them to have it. It doesn't make them money. Half the fans won't even have played it. The other half will just prefer Ultimate Team. So what's the point having career mode at all? And that's why I think Ultimate Team is killing career mode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got an opinion on this, feel free to comment it. I'll read through all of them in the next couple of days. So yeah, let me know what you think. Is EA actually killing career mode deliberately? Do you think that Ultimate Team is actually the better mode, but is it only better because of the constant updates that career mode can't get? Also, I'd like to hear what you guys would actually change in career mode to make it better. I'll probably make another video on that, and I want to use some of your guys' suggestions as well as my own that I've already got written down. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like I said, leave a comment on your thoughts, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.